In this video, I will discuss some important MCQs about leadership, and we will also discuss few points about the leadership. Leadership and MCQs, multiple choice questions. So some questions are there. Number one, dash is increasing leadership rapidly. Strategy, command, control, getting others to follow. Getting others to follow is increasing leadership rapidly. Next question. Regarding leadership, which statement is false? Leadership does not necessarily take place within a hierarchical structure of an organization. When people operate as leaders, their role is always clearly established and defined. Not every leader is a manager, all of the above. So basically, second point is right. When people operate as leaders, their role is always clearly established and defined. Third question, dash are the approaches to study of leadership which emphasize the personality of the leader. Contingency theories, group theories, trait theories are inspirational theories. These are the trait theories which describe the personality of the leader. Here are some qualities of a good leader. Number one is the honesty. Your business and its employees are a reflection of yourself, and if you make honest and ethical behavior a key value, your team will follow suit. Secondly, delegate. Identifying the strength of your team and capitalizing on them. Find out what each team member enjoys doing most. Thirdly, communication. Being able to clearly and succinctly describe what you want done is extremely important. Working towards the same goal. Fourth, confidence. Keep up your confidence level and assure everyone that setbacks are natural, and the important thing is to focus on the larger goal. Fifth important point is the commitment. There is no greater motivation than seeing the boss down in the trenches, working alongside everyone else, showing that hard work is being done. Sixth important point, a quality of leadership is positivity. Want to keep your team motivated towards the continued success of the company and keep the energy levels up. Seventh is the creativity. Some decisions will not always be so clear cut. You may be forced at times to deviate from your set course. Intuition. You will need to depend on your gut instinct for answers. Learning to trust yourself is as important as your team learning to trust you. Ninth is the inspire. Make your team feel invested in the accomplishment of the company. Keep spirits up, and that begins with an appreciation for the hard work. And the last quality of the leadership, but not the least, is the approach. Have the ability to customize your approach on a person by person basis based on the situation at hand. So let's resume to our MCQs part. Next question is, the effectiveness of a leader is dependent upon meeting dash areas of need within the work group. So these are the three areas of need within the work group. Needs, setting standards and maintaining discipline, and appointing sub-leaders according to a DIRE's approach is called as the work function, task function, individual function are the team functions. So these are the team functions. The Ohio State Leadership Studies revealed dash and initiating structure as two major dimensions of leadership behavior. Control, communication, collaboration are consideration. Consideration and initiating structure are the two major dimensions of leadership behavior. Dash used the term employee-centered and production-centered to describe leader behavior. Black and McCann, Fedler, McGregor are Likert. So this is the Likert who used the term employee-centered and production-centered to describe leader behavior. Identify the four main styles of leadership displayed by the manager, which identified in Tannenbaum and Smith's continuum of possible leadership behavior. Tells, help, joins, and leads. Commands, sell, consults, and resist. tells, sells, consults, and joins, command, help, join, and leads. So, according to all these Tenorbaum, Fritz, continuum, and possible leadership behavior, the four main styles of leadership are tells, sells, consults, and joins. Here we have a comparison between leader and a manager. A leader is a person who influences his subordinates to achieve a specified goal, while manager is a person who manages the organization and is responsible for planning, direction, coordination, and control. Leader sets direction and the manager plans details. Leader foresightedness is the attribute of the leader, while a manager has only a mind. Uh, Leader aligns people and manager organizes people. Leader always promotes change and manager react to change. Leaders strive for effectiveness and managers they strive for efficiency. Leaders aim growth and development and managers they uh, aim the attainment of the required result. Leaders focus people and the manager process they focus the process and procedure. Leaders uh, con- uh, uses conflict as an asset while the managers they avoid conflict. Leaders have the subordinate as the followers while the managers they have the subordinate as employees. Leader's style is transformational while the manager's style is transactional. Leader facilitates decision while the managers they make decisions. Let's come back to the MCQs part. Contingency theories of leadership based upon that there is no single style of leadership appropriate to all situations, that there is a single style of leadership appropriate to all managers, that there is a single style of leadership appropriate to all situations. None of the above. I think first one is the right. Yes, that there is no single style of leadership appropriate to all institutions. Leaders with a low LPC score gain satisfaction from dash according to Fiedler's LPC scale. Developing team relationships, achieving objectives, both of these, none of these. So leaders with a low LPC score gain satisfaction from achieving objectives. Model of leadership based on which aspect of a leader's decision is Vroom and Yetton's contingency. Decision acceptance, decision quality, both of these, none of these. So both decision acceptance and decision quality, this is the model of relationship on these are the two bases of the model of a relationship of a leader's decision in Vroom and Yetton's contingency. An individual's motivation is dependent on whether past goal relationships are clarified, expectations that increased efforts to achieve an improved level of performance will be successful, their effective performance, the necessary direction, guidance, training, and support is provided. An individual's motivation is dependent on the expectations that increased effort to achieve an improved level of performance will be successful. A firm that chooses a cost relationship business strategy focuses on gaining advantages by reducing its cost to a level equal to all of its competitors. Yes, this is false. A cost leadership competitive strategy helps reduce the threat of entry by creating cost-based barriers to entry. True. Cost leadership and product differentiation are so widely recognized that they are often called generic business strategies. True. Firms implementing cost leadership strategies will generally adopt what is known as functional organizational structure. Firms implementing cost leadership strategies will generally adopt what is known as functional organizational structure. Yes. In general, economies of scale and diseconomies of scale are relatively easy to duplicate basis of cost relationship too. The best example of a firm following a cost leadership business strategy is Walmart. Cost leadership and product differentiation strategies are so widely recognized that they are often called as generic business strategies. Compensation at cost leadership firm is usually tied directly to product innovation and customer service efforts. False. Cost leadership as a strategy requires a firm to aim at a cost advantage in a niche market, be unique in its product offering, aggressively search out efficiencies to maintain the lowest cost structure, aims to be similar to its competition in most operations. So, cost leadership strategy requires a firm to aggressively search out efficiencies to maintain the lowest cost structure. Firms implementing cost leadership strategies will generally adopt a multi-divisional structure, functional organizational structure, product divisional structure, or matrix structure. Firms implementing cost leadership strategies will generally adopt a functional organizational structure. Firms implementing cost leadership strategies will have dash layers in their reporting structures: relatively complex layers, relatively simple layers, relatively few layers, and many layers. They will have many layers in their reporting structures. One aspect of using a cost leadership strategy is that experience effects may lead to lower cost. Yes. The typical risk of a cost leadership strategy includes production and distribution process becoming obsolete, the inability to balance high differentiation and low price, excessive differentiation too, loss of customer loyalty. The typical risk of a cost leadership strategy include production and distribution processes becoming obsolete. One aspect of using a cost leadership strategy is that experience effects may lead to lower cost. Yes, true. The typical risk of a cost leadership strategy includes production and distribution process becoming obsolete. Yes. I think this is repetition. Under which condition would a cost leadership strategy be especially effective? Cost leadership strategy is more effective under the following two conditions: when price competition among competitive sellers is too much, when the product of competitive seller is identical to your product and supplies are readily available. One aspect of using a cost leadership strategy is that experience effects may lead to lower cost. Experience effects are achieved by repeating a process until a task becomes easier. Firms pursuing a cost leadership strategy are typically characterized by loose cost control system, close supervision of labor, raw material, inventory, and other costs, both A and B, a de-emphasis on quantitative cost goal and cost none of these. Firms pursuing a cost relationship strategy are typically characterized by close supervision of labor, raw material, inventory, and other costs. What must a cost leadership strategy accomplish to be successful? It must increase the firm cost above that of its competitors while offering adequate value. It must reduce the firm cost below that of its competitors while offering superior value. both A and B. It must reduce firm's cost below that of its competitors while offering adequate quality. Option D is right. Thank you.